Okay, everyone, let's look at how do we draw the graphs of progressive waves. Okay, so we have the graph of displacement against time. So we have to show the displacement of any particle in the wave at any particular distance x from the origin. So the equation of the wave is written to be as this. Wait, let me check if I have turned on. Yes, okay, I've turned on the mic. Okay, so we are gonna start by letting x equal to 0. So if we let x equal to 0, we get the equation left to be a sine omega t. Okay, so the sine is telling us the shape of the graph. So we can start by drawing the axis first. So this is y, this is against time. Okay, so this is a sine graph, so it should be it should be like this. Okay, so this is at x equal to 0, so the graph should be sine graph macam ni. Okay, tapi to confirm whether our graph is correct, we can actually let t here to be equal to 0 as well. Okay, so y is equal to a sine 0 gives us 0. So at x equal to 0, x and t equal to 0, y will be equal to 0. So betul lah kita punya first point. Okay, which is this point. At t equal to 0, y is equal to 0 juga. Okay, so don't forget to label this line and this line here. So this is a, this is negative a. Okay, so yang ini pula we can label it as half of the period, 3 quarter, 3 2 period, and then 2 period. Okay, so you can label it like that. And then let's go look at when x sekarang ni equal to 0.25 of the wavelength. Okay, so if dia 0.25 of the wavelength, macam mana pula graph dia? Okay, so this is y. Okay, I forgot to, let me just, this is my solution. Okay, so this is y, this is t, y, t. So now we are gonna let x equal to 0.25 lambda. So y is equal to, y is equal to a sine omega t minus 0.25 lambda. Okay, lupa k dia. Sorry. So this is k, and then we have to substitute 0.25 lambda. Okay, so if we simplify this, we get 2 pi over lambda, which is the formula for wave number. We then get y equal to a sine omega t minus pi over 2. Okay, so basically it is actually the same with this one up here. However, it moves pi over 2. Okay, there moves banyak pi over 2. To where? Since they're negative, it has moved pi over 2 to the right. Okay, to the right. So sekarang ni dia shift sebanyak 0.25 lambda to the right. Okay, so how do we do that? We can use this again. So 0.25 lambda is something, lebih kurang macam ni lah, 0.25 lambda. 0.25 lambda is 1 over 4 of lambda. So actually dia sudah move astaga, sorry ya. Copy, paste, 0.25. Oh, sini sikit. boleh lah tu. Gitu. Okay, so dia sudah move 0.25 lambda. 0.25 pi over 2 is actually 90 degree. It is equal to 90 degree. So if we have a circle, kan, dari begini tu, tadi dia begitu, dia shift to the right sebanyak 90 degree. So dia akan ambil one quadrant sini. So dia move up till sini saja. Satu quadrant je dia ambil. Begitu, 90 degree. Pi over 2. Pi over 2 is equal to 90 degree. Okay. I hope you can understand that. If not, just tell me lah. I'll try to explain it again. Negative a, so this one is then equal to t over 2. And then this is t. Then this is 3 over 2t. And this is 2t. Okay. Somewhere here around is 2t. Okay, so this axis is based on this one lah. Okay, that's why they're I actually try to follow this so that you can see that the graph has shifted. Okay, it has shifted sebanyak pi over 2 to the right. Okay, shift to the right. Okay, so that is on y against time. Now we are going to look for y against distance pula. Okay, so untuk distance we are doing the same thing. We just have to substitute. So y at t equal to 0 seconds, y dia equal to berapa? So a sine omega t dia akan jadi 0. So minus kx, which gives us y equal to negative a sine kx. Okay, so remember the sine is telling us the shape of the graph. So this is basically a sine graph. So sine graph y, this is x. So it will start with a sine graph tapi at the negative y axis. Okay, sebab kita ada negative di sini, negative amplitude. So it's gonna start from the negative. Okay, so kita just buat dia untuk dari negative lah. Okay, lebih kurang macam tu lah. Okay, boleh lah tu. So dia start dari negative. This is a, this is negative a, and then this is a sine graph. Okay, so if you want to confirm again, you can actually just let sine kx ni to be equal to 0. Okay, sebab kita mau tengok the first point, betulkah dia start at 0 dari sini? So kita substitute lah. So sine 0 is 0 kan? So dapatlah y equal to 0. Okay, that is how you confirm your shape of graph ni. But your shape of graph, where is your graph starting? Negative amplitude kah? Ataupun dia start from the origin kah? Macam tu. Okay, so that is how you confirm the graph, correct ataupun tidak. Okay, so this one you can write in terms of lambda lah. Okay, so this is half lambda, this is lambda, this is 3 over 2 lambda, this is 2 lambda. Okay, so you can label it like that. Okay, now let's do for when it is at t1. Okay, T1. I'm gonna try to do same macam ni. Boleh tak? Okay, so this is y, this is x. Okay, so it's gonna be sini, 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 sini. Boleh lah tu. Okay. Alright, lepas tu sekarang ni dia equal to t1. Okay, so y is equal to a sine omega t1 minus kx. 1. Kasi tak x je dulu. Okay. So, sekarang ni dia ada value. Okay. So, we can, if you aren't sure how to start, we can again then try to let T1 need to be equal to a number. Okay. So, we can let this equal to 2 lah contohnya. Lepas tu x ni, we can let it equal to x is equal to 2 juga kah, ataupun okay, kejap we can let this equal to lambda over 2 lah. Lepas tu omega is equal to pi, k pun is equal to pi, contoh lah, just so that we can see the graph. Okay, just so that we can see the graph. So we can then let y a sine pi 2 to pi minus pi lambda over 2. Okay, so masuklah ke calculator, sine 2 pi minus pi over 2. Macam tu lah. So dia cakap dia negative 1. Okay, so at x equal to pi over 2, which is at this point, mana tu, merah je lah, at pi over 2, dia punya graph is negative. Dia jadi y equal to negative a. Okay, negative a. So negative a meaning at this point dia jadi negative. Okay, the graph is negative di sini. At this point here dia negative. Okay, so if we were to draw that, we actually can already see di mana dia punya position. Kesian, buruk juga ni. Boleh lah tu begitu. Boleh lah begitu. Okay, so actually the graph is macam ni lah. Cepat. Let me, ayo. Okay, so di sini dia cakap pi over 2. Pi over 2, lambda over 2. So maksudnya dia punya starting point, dia start dengan positif lah. Positive amplitude. Boleh lah tu gitu. Suami guys, betul. Okay, so maksudnya graph dia starts with this lah, this movement. So this is amplitude, this is negative amplitude. Okay, so that is how you try to find di mana position at specific point lah. This is 2 lambda. Okay, so sekarang ni dia sudah shifted, it has shift to the right juga lah ni. Okay, dia sudah shift sebanyak 0.25 lambda juga, 0.25 lambda to the right. Okay, so that is how you draw the graph for progressive waves. So again, if you are unconfirmed whether your graph is correct, just try to substitute a few of the variables lah, macam, so that you can see di mana dia at that point di mana the amplitude. Okay, kesian negative amplitude di sini lah bodoh. Sorry, here. Okay, alright, so that is the solution. I mean the part where you need to know how to draw the graphs of